Welcome, my friends. When considering the line on a graph, the x-intercept is the x-coordinate of the point where the graph crosses the x-axis. The y-intercept is the y-coordinate of the point where the graph crosses the y-axis. For example, this line here crosses the x-axis at the point 3, 0. The x-coordinate of this point is 3, and therefore the x-intercept is 3. This line crosses the y-axis at the point 0, -1. The y-coordinate of this point is -1, and therefore the y-intercept is -1. Note that some instructors and textbooks might consider the entire point 3, 0 or 0, -1 to be the intercept, but for our purposes, we simply consider the values 3 and -1 to be our x and y intercepts. One important thing to remember that many students get confused over is that to find the x-intercept, you must let y equal 0, and to find the y-intercept, you must let x equal 0. This idea should make sense if you take a moment to think about it. Where does the line cross the x-axis? Well, y equals 0 is the x-axis. Therefore, the x-intercept is where y equals 0. Where does the line cross the y-axis? Well, x equals 0 is the y-axis. Therefore, the y-intercept is where x is equal to 0. Consider the equation 2x minus 7y is equal to 14. Let's find the x and y-intercept of this line. As I already stated, the x-intercept is where y is equal to 0, as y equals 0 is the x-axis. This line will cross the x-axis somewhere, and wherever that is, the value for y will be 0. So letting y equal 0, we are left with 2x is equal to 14. Dividing by 2, we have x is equal to 14 over 2, which simplifies to 7. The x-intercept is 7, meaning the point 7, 0 lies on the line. As for the y-intercept, we must let x equal 0. The line will cross the y-axis somewhere, and wherever that is, the value for x will be 0. So letting x equal 0, we are left with -7y is equal to 14. Dividing both sides by -7, we are left with 14 over -7, which simplifies to -2. The y-intercept is -2. Meaning the point 0, -2 is on the line. Let's try one more problem. We are asked to find the x and y intercept of the line 5x plus 8y is equal to -14. Let's start with the x-intercept by letting y equal 0. We are left with 5x is equal to -14. Dividing both sides by 5, we get x is equal to -14 over 5. This means the x-intercept is -14 over 5, and the point -14 over 5, 0 is on the line. To find the y-intercept, we let x equal 0, which leaves us with 8y is equal to -14. Dividing each side by 8, we have y is equal to -14 over 8, which can be simplified to -7 over 4. The y-intercept is -7 over 4, meaning the point 0, -7 over 4 is on the line. Alright, my friends, that completes our discussion of x and y intercepts.